I don't appreciate my only child, who I birthed and raised great, would come on and make me look like a piece of trash. Now, you know what? I can expect it from you.
How about the 17
you know what?
years?
My mom was arrested last night for DUI. This is her third DUI. I feel angry that we're doing this again. She called me from the jail and said, can you please bring me some pants? So she literally was arrested with no pants on in her car. What happened to your face?
Who's that?
They're from the Dr. Phil show.
Oh my God. You're at the jail. I'm embarrassed that I'm here in jail. I'm withdrawing some. I'm shaking real bad and nauseous. And I do that when I get off of it. This is from falling, and I don't remember exactly. I think I hit the chair. I didn't have any pants. What happened was I was just going to run down to Sonic and just get me a drink, just drive through. And when I pulled in there, then I got surrounded by cops. They found 2 bits of vodka.
So how long has this been part of your life?
This has been going on for over 20 years.
Mm-hmm. So how much does she get what's going on?
She doesn't get it at all. She's in complete denial. She never takes responsibility. It's always somebody else's fault or there was a reason why. I mean, she literally acts like a child.
Lisa's called 911 5 times.
Mm-hmm, at least.
And why does she call them?
She says she can't breathe, usually, when she calls. But to be honest with you, I think it's just, she's just trying to get attention.
Well, she's getting that because she's driving drunk, she's getting arrested, she's going to jail, she's fighting with family members, she's attacking family members. She's been to the ER 10 times, right?
Yeah.
And when she goes to the ER, what do they tell her?
That she's killing herself. She literally is on death's door.
But she drinks anyway.
Yeah.
And does she believe she's an alcoholic?
No, she doesn't.
But she'll drink anything with alcohol content, right? She'll drink mouthwash.
Yep. I would have never imagined people drinking mouthwash, but that's exactly what she was doing.
When you got the call this last time, you thought she was asleep at home.
Yeah.
But as we did, because she said she's going to take a nap. But instead, she gets in the car with no pants on.
Right.
To go to Sonic.
Well, she went to go get vodka.
Yeah. I was wondering if Sonic had started broadening their menu.
Right. No.
Does she have a place she goes? She shows up drunk. Do they sell it to her anyway?
She showed up with no pants on, and they sold her 2 more pints of vodka.
You have children.
I have 3 boys.
And she's gotten really volatile with you in front of them.
This is ridiculous. You need to leave. You cannot be here. My kids cannot see you like this. We get in the car, and my 6-year-old says to me, is Nana still going to love me?
And it takes a toll on you.
Absolutely.
Right? And, trust me.
Thank you.
I was raised by an alcoholic.
Yes.
Kicked the windows out of the house, crashed the cars, everything you can imagine.
Sure.
I've been there. Then your children watch that, and it changes who they are.
It does.
It changes who you are.
It has changed
to
me.
live with that. Why are you here? Why me? Why here?
Because I know you can give her the reality check that she needs. She's in complete denial. And she's going to die.
We're going to add somebody to this conversation. Misty's husband, Brent, says he wants his wife to let her mother go because he says she's going to die anyway. We'll talk to him after the break.
My mom is an angry and belligerent drunk. She's hit my uncle, broke his glasses, cut his face, and he still has a scar. She's also kicked me. Another time, she went off on my aunt and started choking her. She would wake my stepdad up in the middle of the night and just start beating him. She breaks things all around her. She's broken a table, she's broken a lamp, she's pulled things off the wall. She's even been physical with my pawpaw. He's 90 and walks with a cane. Her behavior is completely out of control.
Misty's husband, Brent, says he's tired of dealing with his mother-in-law's antics and says, frankly, it would be a weight lifted off their shoulders if she just died.
Lisa's a whirlwind of chaos. When Lisa drinks, she is very violent and aggressive. She's out of control. Misty needs to take more of a tough love approach with her mom.
Do you believe there's validity in why I
Don't like you.
You don't like me?
I don't like what you are right now?
That's a blow.
Why would I feel warm and fuzzy about somebody that I have to guard my kids against?
I pray to God you never have a problem in life.
Misty spends a majority of her time dealing with Lisa's problems. That's time that Misty could be spending with me and the kids. In the last 2 or 3 years, Lisa's drunken episodes have been every other week. Lisa turns what could be happy situations into nightmare situations. At Misty's grandpa's 90th birthday party, Lisa was intoxicated. And when I saw Lisa sitting at our table holding my 4-year-old son, I said, "Don't ever touch him when you're drinking and acting like this." And she looked at me and said, "Brent, I swear to God, if you ever embarrass me like this again, it'll be the last breath you've ever taken." I don't want my kids to grow up around a drunk. It really ticks me off what Lisa has put me and my family through. For years, Misty has enabled her mom. I've told Misty that if her mom were to pass away, it would be a weight lifted off our shoulders. I'm not here for Lisa. I'm here for Misty.
Brent, I'm glad you're here. And you say you're here for Misty, not Lisa. What do you mean?
Well, ultimately, I'd love for Lisa to get help.
Sure.
But after 17 years, I mean, she was high on our wedding day. My wife could not experience a joyful wedding like she should have been able to. And from that moment on, it's just been one thing after the other.
Well, does this come between the two of you?
Absolutely. There's not been a line drawn in the sand that says, you know what, you may affect your life, but you're not going to bring it into our 3 boys and into our marriage.
But that is what happens. You just said it yourself. She's cussing you out in front of your children. Your children say, "Does she not love me anymore?" And she has impacted you directly. She's forged signatures to get medication, right?
I was in college and I got a phone call from my mom and said, "Are you okay?" And I said, yeah, why? And my mom said, "Well, the dentist office called me and said that your prescription was ready at the pharmacy for your pain medication, for your tooth." And I said, "Mom, I don't have anything wrong with my tooth." Come to find out, Lisa signed my mother's name for the medication.
She did the same thing to me. I got, all of a sudden I was in college and my mom called me one day and said, "Your doctor wants to talk to you." And, well, he called and was asking me all these questions about how I was feeling and the pain I was having and whatnot. I was like so confused. Well, come to find out, she was calling him to get pain medication for me and she was getting it for her.
Mm-hmm. You say that she calls in the middle of the night, 3 a.m., threatens to kill you.
Yes. She'll call Misty at 2 a.m., then 2:30, then 3, then 3:15. And sometimes I just hang the phone up, put the phone down, don't answer it, and she'll hear me say that. And she's called me back before on my cell phone, and I'll answer the phone, and she's cussed me out and said, "Brent, don't you ever tell my daughter to hang up on me again, or it'll be the last breath you take." She always uses the last breath you take. That's kind of her statement to me.
Yeah.
But she's threatened to my last breath 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, he says you make excuses for her. What are you doing?
Well, I'm sure I have enabled her in the past because for years I tried to protect her and you know, keep people from seeing the bad side and only seeing the good side. But these last few years, you can't protect her anymore. Everybody sees the bad side.
But let me ask you a question. I'm asking this for you, and I'm asking everybody at home that's dealing with this situation.
Yeah.
If you had confronted this 17 years ago, do you think you might be in a different place now?
I didn't know how to deal with it.
Well, I was going to bring her out after the break, but we're not ready to do that yet. You said you thought I would be able to get her attention.
Yeah.
I need to get everybody's attention here before we go forward. So we're going to talk about that when we come back.
So this is really sad. Yeah, it's a bit extreme for Brent, the husband, to say it might be better if she just dies. But at the same time, like he said, it has been 17 years. That's a really long time to be going through this. My heart really breaks for the daughter here who's dealing with her mother's behavior and her mother getting violent with her in front of her own child. That's really scary. I'm curious to see what's going to happen when Lisa comes out on stage. But we already got that video of Lisa coming out of the jail.
Lisa has got demons in her. She'll come off like she's real sweet and stuff, but she can turn into a monster. I'm afraid of her. That's why I got my windows barred. I got the restraining order on Lisa because I caught her stealing the pills out of my purse. I was over at my dad's and she was starting to fight with him. She charged at me and started choking me. Thank God my dad was there because I would have died. I had had pain pills for my back, and she actually went to the pharmacy and got my prescription without me knowing it. I don't have a relationship with her now. The way she is, I don't want anything to do with her. Nothing has helped, but I know Dr. Phil can.
Well, Lisa says doctors warned her if she didn't stop drinking, she'll end up dead. Her brother Jim fears it's his parents that will end up dead if she doesn't fix her life. He says not only has she attacked him, leaving his face scarred, but she has repeatedly tried to attack their father. He's how old?
92.
92. Take a look.
My sister was drinking herself to death. She's killing herself minute by minute. It's sad to see your loved one destroying her life. At one time, she had diamonds on every finger. She drove a Lexus, had a huge home. She had everything going for her. And the drugs and alcohol has taken her kid away from her and it's taken her grandkids. She drinks every day, and she drinks 5 to 6 pints of vodka a day. She's too drunk to work. She can't even function. She's a belligerent, violent drunk. When she comes over, you never know what personality is going to come out. She's fought with me on numerous occasions. I still carry scars. That's why I have a beard here, where she hit me and ripped my face up. Then she raised her top and was flashing my dad and myself with boobs. That's how drunk she was and how belligerent she gets. My dad's 92, my mom's 83. She'll go over there at night at 4 o'clock in the morning, beating on their door, telling them to get the up and screaming. Police are being called. It's crazy. My relationship with my sister is non-existent. Just because I cannot trust her. I don't know if she's going to come over here drunk. I don't know if she's going to want to fight. She is not welcome at our home, and I know that if we don't get help, we'll be going to her funeral probably in a couple months.
Well, Jim and Deanne say Lisa's drinking has caused major havoc in their family. They say their relationship with their sister is non-existent, so they're joining us via Polycom right now. Jim, Deanne, I'm glad you're here.
I could tell you stories upon stories. The one that I really have a hard time getting over. My dad is 92. He's dying with bone cancer. He called me up about a month ago and he said, "Son," he said, "the painkillers they're not working." He said, I can't. He said, "I can't handle this pain." And I was looking at his pain medication. They weren't pain meds. They were Gas-X pills. Lisa had stole her own father's pain pills and taken them and replaced them with Gas-X pills. That's sick. I'm done with her. Dr. Phil, I hope you can help her because I don't know if she can be helped, just to be honest with you.
Well, let me just tell you guys, and you may be wondering, you say you're here for me to get help with your mother, but so far I haven't said a word to her. I'm talking to you guys.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why I'm talking to you guys. You've been doing this for 17 years. You're part of the problem.
I know.
She's been to rehab not once, not twice, but 3 times. She gets out, she goes to jail, she gets bailed out. I mean, she's never been held accountable for anything that she's done. Trust me, I believe that she has a disease, no doubt about it. And it's not just alcoholism. When she has an opioid dependency, it alters her brain patterns, and then she pours alcohol on top of that. At this point, she couldn't stop if she wanted to. I get that. But you guys have to be willing to do what it takes to get her where she needs to be to change this. And that's not going to be easy. She has already got a DUI just, a few days ago.
Yeah, 3 days ago.
So she's out on bail.
Right.
And so she's either going to go to jail or be on probation, and that means she cannot drink. If she's on probation, she cannot drink. If she drinks, she goes to jail.
You tell me what to do, I will do it.
I'm telling you, you have to let her have the consequences she chooses. I know you will.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I have the sneaking suspicion that you guys will.
Absolutely.
Okay, Lisa is going to join us, and she says there's a perfectly reasonable explanation why she was arrested for DUI with no pants on.
When my mom was abusing prescription pain medication, she inflicted harm on herself in order to get the pain medication. She took a knife and sliced her finger open so that she could go to the doctor and get stitches as well as pain medication. The second time, she actually poured hot bacon grease down her leg. She will do anything and everything to get or alcohol.
Now, Lisa says she's not an alcoholic. She just likes to drink.
Well, I hate to think of myself as an alcoholic, but everybody says I am, so I guess I am. 20 years ago, I got addicted to pain medication. The pills were too hard to get. Years later, I turned to alcohol. I started drinking heavily about 3 years ago. I drink 2/5 of 100 proof vodka every day. Some days I decide that I'm going to quit, and when I do, I have massive withdrawals. I start throwing up blood. I can't walk. I crawl. I just get lonely and sad, and then I go back to drinking. I used to be extremely happy, but once I start drinking, I isolate. I start drinking at 10 a.m. in the morning. My hand is shaking because my body is craving the alcohol that it's been used to have it. And I stumble and fall a lot. I have this mark on my face and I got a knot on my head right here from it. I don't remember how I did it. When I drink and drive, I'm usually just going to get more alcohol. I'm a really good drunk driver. I take extra care and precaution that I don't hit other people. I wouldn't say that I'm very, very drunk because I know that I'm driving and I can stay on the road. I've been arrested 4 times drinking. I've had 3 DUIs. I have made a spectacle of myself when I'm drunk in front of my family.
Get up.
Hey!
Get up, please.
Because of my drinking, my daughter doesn't want me to be around my grandkids. I guess I'm volatile and I hurt them. I hurt them deeply. It makes me feel terrible. The last 2 times I went to the hospital, I thought I was dying. And the doctors tell me that if I did not stop, I was not going to make it. My life is really falling apart.
What are you yelling at them?
I am upset that they would come on national TV and make me look like a piece of trash when I have a great heart. I'm a good person. I would do anything for anybody. I fell on some hard times about 4 years ago through a divorce that I'm still involved in, and I turned to drinking. Now, the pill thing that they're talking about was years and years and years ago. I don't appreciate my only child, who I birthed and raised great, would come on and make me look like a piece of trash. Now, you know what? I can expect it from you.
How about the
'Cause
17
you know what?
years? How about our wedding day? What about our wedding day? What were you taking that day?
I heard about that. I don't
What'd you
even know
have
what you're talking about.
You were on Xanax.
You talk way too much, Brent. You need to learn how to close your mouth.
Well, talk to me.
Wished I was dead. Huh?
I don't really care.
You don't get help.
You're through with me. And so is she.
Yeah.
After all I've done for you,
We're talking about the addiction.
I am not an addict. I am not an alcoholic.
You seriously believe you're not an alcoholic?
Do you drink 2 pints of vodka a day?
Not every day.
How often?
Maybe 3, 4.
3, 4 days a week? Have you been arrested 12 times?
Not that I'm aware of.
Do you have 3 DUIs?
Yes,
When was the most recent?
Saturday.
You got to have been driving drunk a lot.
Well, I wasn't. I was sitting at Sonic getting a drink.
You were driving drunk.
Yeah, well, I don't think I was drunk. I'd been drinking.
Well, I've got the police report. They said you were drunk. You couldn't do the field sobriety test. You were so drunk you couldn't blow hard enough to take the test.
I tried to blow. I
Dr.
tried.
Phil,
Listen, if I need help, I'll let you know.
Yeah, because he talks too much.
Yeah, well, let's just look at it. This is the one just a few days ago. Offense, alcohol, DUI, 3rd time. I could smell the odor of alcoholic beverage. Lisa was very unsteady on her feet and used her vehicle for support. She wasn't wearing any pants. She had very slurred speech and lethargic movement. The suspect could not stand upright. The suspect at one point almost fell onto the ground. The suspect failed to provide a sufficient sample for a breath test. That's what the policeman said.
Well, do
That's
you
what
always
they wrote
believe
down.
what policemen say? You don't sometimes think that they put some things in there that's really not true just to make it look worse?
Saying that your pants are missing is pretty random. Where were your pants?
They were at home. I had a long shirt on, a long shirt. I just went to I went to the Sonic. You don't even get out. Nobody even sees you.
Were you drunk?
No.
So I was not expecting her to come on stage and claim that she's not an alcoholic, because clearly she is one. I've watched a few of these episodes where there's an alcoholic parent, and all the other episodes I've watched, they all admitted to struggling with alcoholism. The fact that she's in such deep denial is so wild to me. It was interesting watching the video segment and watching that little box on the screen with her screaming and yelling at her own daughter on stage. I mean, like, the rage in her face. If I had been in her presence, I would have been afraid of her physically. So I can only imagine what it feels like, you know, for her grandchild or for her 92-year-old father. She's really putting other people in danger, saying that she wasn't driving drunk, but she couldn't even blow hard enough in the sobriety test. I'm curious to see if Dr. Phil can say anything to get through to her.
You've been in the hospital and you had to go into ICU. You've had a blood alcohol level of 0.3.
I wasn't aware of that.
I'm aware, but I've got the hospital record, 0.3. Understand that 0.3, that's when you start to go into a coma because your systems begin to shut down and then you die.
Well, they want me dead anyway.
You're an alcoholic, and you're killing yourself.
I don't believe that I am. I just believe that I fell into some hard times and started drinking too much.
Did you burn the Christmas tree down?
No, the Christmas tree caught on fire.
I hate it when they do that. And then you were found unconscious?
When they broke the door down, yeah, I was gone. I was on a respirator. I was in critical care. I was in a coma for 6 days and then on the burn floor. Yes. So you think I burned the Christmas tree down. That's great.
Have you been to rehab?
Yes.
Why? Because you're not an alcoholic?
Well, I went because I'd been drinking.
Okay, because you do have a drinking problem.
Well, I'm not an alcoholic.
Well, take a look at this video and tell me what you see.
Get up. I'll just leave her here.
I'm trying to.
Get up, please.
All right.
Lisa. Here, man, I don't want to bother you.
It's okay.
Get up.
Hey.
Get up, please.
Okay.
They're going to call the police. You're going to go back to jail.
Oh my God.
Lisa, you're too heavy. We can't lift you. You're going to have to. Come on.
I'm gonna go back to jail.
Come on.
Oh my God.
Come on.
No.
Come on. You walk. You're not that drunk.
Please don't.
Come on.
Please don't.
Get in there. Come on, go.
I don't remember that, honestly.
That was your brother Jim. That's at the family reunion where you fell off the stage drunk.
Jim took me home?
Yep.
Jim's here. Jim?
You're a disgrace to the family.
You know what? You're not much better yourself.
No, stop. Talk to me. Just want to let you know they're here.
How dare you?
Well, dare me. Because you don't have the right to drive on public streets when you're drunk, and you think you have the right to get out there and drive. You don't.
I'm sorry.
You are a falling down drunk. Have you looked at your face in your mugshots?
It's pretty bad.
Look at this. This is from falling down drunk. You've not been held accountable, and you're being held accountable now. You need to straighten up. You need to get yourself under control. The question is, what do you want to do about it?
I'm going to stop.
You want to get healthy? You want to just keep doing this until you die?
No, I want to get healthy, and I'm going to stop.
Because she's not going to let you see your grandkids when you're like this.
Well, she hasn't been. I haven't.
Well, she shouldn't. She shouldn't, because you're a risk. You're not an evil person. You're not a bad person. You're sick. Have you been drinking today?
I know. I haven't drank since Saturday.
Misty says she's tired of her mother's apologies. She wants her mother to break her addiction, but Lisa says she drinks because it gives her a boost and calms her down. That's probably true to a point. We'll talk about what it actually does to her brain and her body next. She is at risk. We'll be right back. When you are consuming alcohol to the level that you show withdrawal, this isn't just psychological. It isn't just that you kind of got in the habit of drinking, and so you can just get out of the habit of drinking. Your body chemistry changes and your brain changes. The sober brain and the intoxicated brain are very different. A sober brain, you're looking here, all of these areas that are light and bright, these are the areas that are active. They're functioning. The electrical activity in there is normal. And when you look at the intoxicated brain, you see all of these areas in here that are shut down. And the more and more you drink, the more and more is shut down. And if this is your brain, and this is what your brain needs to be, that's why you're blacking out. That's why you're falling down. That's why you can't get up in the parking lot. Because the motor functions, the coordination functions, those things are shutting down. That's why you can't drive safely. You've been to rehab 3 times, right?
That's correct.
And it hasn't worked.
That's correct.
Lisa has a choice, jail or the Dr. Phil plan. We'll talk about that when we come back. We can do one of 2 things, because I want you to understand, I spent a fair amount of time talking to them, and they love you enough to allow you to have whatever consequences come with whatever behaviors you choose. You're under arrest now. They bailed you out so you could come here. And you can go back and they can revoke that bail and you can go right back to jail. And they have agreed to not get you a lawyer, to not bail you out. to let you get your sentence for a third DUI and sit in jail if it's 2 years, 3 years, whatever, that they're not going to intercede and keep you from suffering consequences. Or you can do what I want you to do.
I'd rather do what you want.
Well, you don't even know what it is yet. You don't even know what it is yet. What I want you to do, because I'm the incurable optimist, and I think I don't ever give up on people, and I'm not giving up on you. I think you can beat this. I think you can get back to being happy. I think you can get back to being a grandma where those kids are climbing up in your lap and putting their arms around your neck. And I think they are prepared to forgive you forevermore when you stop doing what you're doing. And this man right here, T.J. Howard, raise your hand, say hello to T.J. Howard right here. T.J. Howard is the corporate director of operations for the Origins Behavioral Health Care. Now, let me tell you, they're not a rehab center. They're a dual diagnosis treatment center. And what that means is they treat the entire individual. Alcohol abuse seldom happens in a vacuum. It usually happens in parallel with psychological issues at the same time. They treat those problems and the addiction problems at the same time. TJ, we've talked about this. You believe you can help this woman, true?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the struggles with alcohol and the opiates from years and years ago have definitely changed your brain, and that's what we do. We work to help develop new pathways, new ways to, go at life.
But I know you've gone before, and you've gotten out and gone right back to drinking. And when I get involved, have you ever watched this show before?
All the time. I really like you a lot.
Yeah. Good.
I think you're great.
Well, you know that when I get involved, I get involved.
I know you do.
I'm going to ask you to agree to a behavioral contract. I, Lisa, agree that in accepting rehabilitative services offered by Origins Behavioral Recovery Center will fully comply with their curriculum and remain in the program until such time as they deem it appropriate for me to be released. Upon release, I agree I will immediately wear a monitoring ankle bracelet 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And what it does, it monitors alcohol content in your body by a transdermal sensor.
Whew, okay. So in this episode, Lisa's an alcoholic and she's struggled with addiction for the past 17 years. Like she said, she started with opioids, and when she struggled to get those, she turned to alcohol. It was really interesting watching her watch the footage of her own drunken behavior while still claiming that she's not an alcoholic. Denial is not just a river in Egypt, as they say. It is also interesting seeing how aggressive and angry and combative she is with every person in her family. She flipped out on her brother. Now, I will say her brother came in hot with the "you're a disgrace to the family," but I'm sure that was 17 years in the making. But she immediately was calling him a disgrace too, and she was ready to go toe to toe with him. But then when Dr. Phil comes in and says, "Hey, talk to me," she calms down. So it is really interesting seeing the way that people respond differently to Dr. Phil versus how they respond to the other people in their lives who have to tolerate their behavior every day. I'm really glad that she can potentially get help. I hope that she sticks with this treatment program. I'm glad that the guy at this treatment facility mentioned that the opiates and the alcohol had changed her brain. That's definitely the case. I have a close friend who lost her mom a couple months ago from long-term alcohol use that happened over the course of like 20 years. And it had changed her brain too, and her final days were rough. And so, they don't want this for Lisa. Her daughter doesn't want that for her, and her daughter doesn't want her own son to experience his grandmother dying like that. And I'm sure Brent, if he could see a recovery from her, he would no longer want that to happen to her. I'm glad that there is hope for her, but you guys let me know what you thought about this episode. Have you had any personal experience with alcoholism in your life, either with yourself or with members of your family or friends? Have you experienced recovery? Have you seen someone struggle for this long make a change in their lives? And do you think Lisa can make that change in her life? You guys let me know what you think. Drop it in the comments.